Okay guys, we're back and we are ready to start phase 3, the something's happening phase. Now I did a little cleanup for the end of phase 2, feed 4 to 5. I was able to bring all 3 of my survivors up over here. I only had two regular food, and I had 1 radioactive food, and I decided would ask my buddy over here, hey, can I have 1 of your regular foods so I can feed my people and not lose the health? And squad 1 was like, sure, why not? This is a cooperative game, or we're all trying to survive here. So I was able to get 1 of my foods over to this squad to feed all 3 of my people, and we were able not to have to consume this radioactive food just yet. So we recalculated all of our stats here, so everybody should be good to go. And now we're ready to start the phase 3, something's happening. Alright, so first thing we do in phase 3 is the first player only draws something's happening card. So each player is not going to draw something's happening. This 1 card is going to apply to the phase 3 and phase 4 combat. This is what's going to stay with us. So first player, which is going to be yellow player here, is going to draw the something's happening phase. And then we're going to go ahead, they'll read that aloud. Everybody should be aware of what is happening. So for instance, this one is close the door. You thought you had a good sneaking through the underground tunnels for supplies. Either someone led the zombies right down your underground path, or they are smarter than normal tonight. They lurch towards the manhole covers like there's a neon sign saying fresh brains here. You'd better run for cover. No, not there. So this one says, zombies can enter the bunker through the tunnels and will move towards the closest entrance. Okay, so we do have some tunnel entrances here, because we can see on our bunker here we actually have a tile. So zombies are going to try to enter in through the sewer tunnels here, and they have a path that goes here. Now we have these that are probably closer to get to the bunker, then these would have to take a longer path to get to the bunker, so they're going to try to use that tunnel entrance first. Now we also, you can see it, we have some stats down here, and each one of those is going to apply to the particular night we're on. See, we're starting at night 1, so it tells us we're going to have 3 zombies that are going to appear, and we'll go into that where they're going to appear, and all zombies move 2 spaces each time they activate. Okay, so after the first player has read off the something's happening for the phase, then it goes starting from the first player, which is the one that drew the card. Each player is going to draw 1 new map tile and attach it to the existing tiles as close to the bunker as possible. The difference here is we will not get any victory points for placing tiles close to the bunker. We just have to do that. There's no choice. We're not going to be able to put them over here like we were able to do in the scavenging phase. Okay, so the first player would then draw their first tile and then place it. Now remembering, we can't put a tile here because it's not connected to this one. It's not one of the supermarket tiles. So we're restricted for putting a tile here and here because they would have to be part of this set. So we know we're good there. So we only have 2 choices. We have right here and right here. Okay, so knowing that we got some zombies, we're going to try to put it here and matching the borders up just so it looks nice and aesthetically pleasing. We'll put that there. We've placed it, or I've placed it in a way that puts these little symbols as far away from the bunker as possible, and even as far away from the tunnels as possible, because that's where I know I'm going to have to spawn them. Remember, you can put the tile in any orientation you want to, and you can spawn the zombies anywhere you want to. Alright, so remember, we go back to our card here, and we know we have 3 zombies that are going to spawn because we're on night 1. Okay, so we're going to get our zombies from the pool here, 1 green, 1 gray, and I want to put them as far away from the tunnels as I can. So this is where I think the best placement for those are going to be. Now, that was the player 1 turn to take care of that tile and the placement of the zombies. Now player 2 is going to go. He's going to draw his card. He's going to place it. But, oh look, we actually have a tile that is part of the supermarket. So we can put it anywhere we choose, but remember we have to place it as close to the bunker as possible. So really the only position that we can put this tile in is right here, because if we put it right here, it's too far away from the bunker. Okay, so we have to match up this set, so it's going to be placed right there. Alright, now we have some symbols here that tells us where to spawn our zombies, and we can't spawn them on these little no go here symbol. So we have one symbol here where we can place, and then one symbol here, and we also have two symbols right here that they can be placed. So I know that I want to try to place them as far away as I can. So I'm going to place a green one there. Actually, no, I'm going to place a green one on this space and the gray one on that one. So at this point, since we only have 2 players, the phase 3 is complete. Okay? We have placed all of our tiles for the players, and now we have actually all of our zombies are on the board that are going to be acting when we move into the phase 4 combat. So that pretty much talks about the something's happening phase. Now sometimes you'll have other text here that will say other things, like for example we'll say this one right here. If we drew fire, then it says says the entire squad loses 2 health for the first 2 combat rounds. All attacks succeed on a 6. So this one actually, will tell you something is going to happen right away. It has a little bit different on the night 2s and the night 4. So if we actually had drawn this card on night 2, we'd have to just draw again. So we would put this one in the discard to be drawn again. Alright, so we'll put that at the bottom here. And like I said, that pretty much completes out the something's happening phase, and then we're going to move on to phase 4, which is the combat phase. Now phase 4 is the longest phase of the game, and it can take a good bit of time to complete it if you don't have a lot of guys that can kick butt and move pretty fast. But I think with our 2 squads here set up pretty well, we actually didn't draw that many zombies on the board to take care of. But we know we have 2 things that they're going to be going for. They're going to be actually 3 things the zombies are going to be looking for. Generally, they only go for any survivors within 4 spaces that they have line of sight on, or the bunker. The bunker is their default path that they're going to take. They can be all the way over here, and they're going to go for that bunker. Okay, they're going to try to infiltrate that bunker because we're giving off some like food smells or something like that. So these are like bloodhounds going in for the bunker. But if they see a survivor on their way to the bunker that's within 4 spaces of them and they've got line of sight on them, they're going to go for the survivor. Okay, so we're going to try to get out there during our phase 4. We need to get out of the bunker, and we need to go try to head them off and kill them before they get to the bunker, because we've got some people that are in there that we're trying to protect. Okay, some weak people that are helping to guard our equipment in there. So hopefully our fortifications, I didn't do any fortifications, but hopefully our fortifications will do a lot to slow them down. But we do have a tunnel entrance they're going to be able to get into, so it might look pretty rough for our survivors in there. So phase 4 combat is what we'll be talking about next, and we'll actually be going outside of our bunker to finally do some zombie killing. So stick around and we'll get to that here shortly.